Well, hello there. Welcome to the Confident Woman Lead podcast. I'm your host, Anita Miller. And today we're talking about something that I have seen being debated online. And it's the idea that using a tool such as ChatGPT, Claude 2, whichever AI tool you like or fancy, somehow means that you're not thinking critically. Let's talk about it. So I was scrolling through social media this morning and I saw a post that said something to the nature of, if you can't write an email without ChatGPT, you should delete all of your social media because you can't afford to lose an iota of critical thinking. Huh. Now, listen, I get the intention behind the statement, and I'm not saying that there's a level of do better we all could embody. But let's not pretend that just because something sounds bold and edgy, and maybe this person has a lot of followers, that it's automatically wise, because that's not true. Let's be very clear in our understanding that critical thinking and manual effort are not the same thing. We got folks out here confusing struggle with strategy, and I don't teach that in Confident Woman Lead. There is no need to struggle when there are tools available to you. At CWL, our members use ChatGPT all the time. They will tell you, depending on what we're doing, I recommend it to them. They might use it to help rework their resume, to tailor it to a specific job, to draft an email to their boss, or to wordsmith it just a bit. They might use it to brainstorm a LinkedIn post or even prep for a conversation that they know could make or break their visibility at work. But here's the difference. The tool didn't give them the strategy. I did. The tool didn't ask them, where are you shrinking your voice in that statement? Why are you explaining so much instead of standing on your authority? Or even, why are you softening your language like you're afraid of being seen or you don't want to offend? That's what I do because I know patterns. I see the places where you're playing small and calling it humility. And I'm not afraid to call you on that. ChatGPT may know your goals from a place of you told it, but it doesn't understand what those goals mean to you. It doesn't understand your fear or even your fire. It doesn't know how you downplay yourself in a sentence without even realizing it. ChatGPT can't track your thinking across time as it stands right now. It doesn't know the evolution of your voice or the moment you finally decide to own your power. But I can see it. Because here's what separates humans from AI: intuition, discernment, and pattern recognition rooted in lived experience. I challenge AI every day. And when I do use ChatGPT, I don't go to it for it to tell me something from the start. I go to it with an idea or with a question or looking for understanding at a deeper level. I'm not using it as my end all or be all. I even challenge it to stop agreeing with me all the time. Because if I wanted somebody to agree with me, I could just talk to myself. And I'm telling you all this because for me, I'm inherently a why person. I'm also inherently a disruptor, not disruptive, a disruptor. I don't accept surface answers. You give me an answer or you tell me to do something, I am likely to ask you why from a place of not questioning, but understanding. It's how I know what I know. It is my process of learning. And if you wasn't that type of person or the type of person that you are before ChatGPT, then the tool isn't going to magically turn you into one. So let's be honest. Most of us wasn't taught to think for power. We were taught to think for survival. to please, to play safe, to double check our brilliance before it makes someone uncomfortable. So when we finally get a tool that helps us translate our thoughts with clarity, speed, and structure, how dare someone reduce that to lack of critical thinking? Now, could an argument be made that critical thinking is diminishing amongst humans or the human collective? Possibly. However, the real problem isn't the tool, it's how we choose to engage with the tool. Again, are you leading it or are you following it? Because tools evolve, tools have always existed, and systems evolve. There will always be something new. Again, I gave the example before of there was pencil and paper, then there was the typewriter. There was a typewriter, then there was the computer. Now we have computers that are turning into AI. It's not only processing information, it's learning and evolving based on the information it's receiving. So there will always be something new as we evolve as a society. And if you want to hold power in a world that is constantly shifting, you better learn how to leverage the shift. And I'm not saying don't think for yourself. I'm saying stop thinking against yourself. Stop letting other people tell you what is right or wrong. Stop wanting it to be hard and thinking that it has to be hard. That has to be the way. Stop making the process harder just to prove that somebody on the internet that you don't even know that's saying you're not worthy because, or you're not smart enough because you're using the tool is right and you're wrong. Critical thinking is not about doing everything on your own. Critical thinking is about knowing when to use help, how to evaluate the outcome, and how to still stay rooted in your own voice. So no, you don't need to delete your social media just because you're using an AI and you're using it as a tool, or you're using that tool to help you revamp your language so that you elevate your language and you elevate, therefore, your status or your desired outcomes. I want you to delete the belief that struggle is the only way to earn credibility. If this episode was speaking to you, then good. That means you're thinking. And if you're ready to elevate how you communicate, how you move, how you lead, even before you have the title that you desire, the Confident Woman Lead was built for you. We're not here to just get you promoted. We're here to help you take up space, to make decisions, to shift from asking for permission to standing in power. Before we go, make sure you take the opportunity right now to share this episode with someone in your sister circle. And as always, remember, confident women lead because we understand how to use tools to our advantage. I love you, sis. Let's get to work.